What's up, everyone? Giant Opinion. Some breaking MLB news. Juan Soto turned down a 15-year, $450 million extension from the Nationals. So this kind of seals his fate as he's not going to finish a Washington National nor sign a contract. So the Nationals are now fielding trade calls for Juan Soto. They're actively shopping him. But will a deal get done? We don't know. But to get Juan Soto, a team will have to give up definitely top prospects, top 100 prospects, and multiple of them if a team wants him, because Juan Soto is one of the best pure hitters in baseball, and he's also one of the most disciplined, as he takes the most as he's one of the most walked batters in the major leagues. He has such a good eye, and even though he is having a down year, he still has an OPS of above 800, I'm pretty sure. But we know that Juan Soto is the guy who's going to always have an OPS above 950, and while his glove isn't the best, his bat is so valuable and his ability to draw walks. So a player this talented rarely hits the trade block very often, which is why the Juan Soto sweepstakes are going to be underway and teams are going to be in trading wars. So who do I think realistically has a shot of getting Juan Soto? Well, first of all, the team has to be willing to spend money. So rule out small market teams like the Pittsburgh Pirates and probably the Tampa Bay Rays, just because they don't really spend that much money. And if he's turning down a $450 million contract, then, wow, a team is going to have to break the bank. So this automatically includes the Dodgers and the Yankees for teams that are going to be in discussions for Juan Soto. They are willing to pay superstars, and they don't care if they're above the luxury tax. I would say the Mets too, but Juan Soto is not getting traded in the NL East. It's not happening. Do not get your hopes up. Otherwise, I would have loved the Marlins as a top fit, but that's not going to happen. But some sleeper teams, or my favorite sleeper team to go trade for Juan Soto, it's the Detroit Tigers. This may come as a shock to some, but the Tigers' offense has generally struggled this entire season. And while they have a lot of young players and they're a young team, some of those guys are expendable. They have all these young, talented pitching prospects. You can give away some of them because they still have Eduardo Rodriguez, who will be back at some point. And they obviously have Casey Mize. I think he's untouchable, but they have a lot of young prospects too. Riley Green, I don't think he's going to go anywhere, but it doesn't matter. They still have a very nice farm system and a nice nucleus on the rise, but they could flip some of those to get Juan Soto. I think they have the young talent that the Nationals are going to want in a deal to get Juan Soto. So I think the Tigers are a sleeper team. Their owners want to win. They're willing to spend some money, and Juan Soto could really jumpstart that offense that needs a better bat, to be honest. So I like the Tigers as a sleeper team too. But the Yankees, Aaron Judge is going to be most likely walking. I could totally see a perspective where the Yankees are like, we'd rather have Juan Soto and let Judge walk. I can understand that, definitely, although Judge has been a Yankee legend. At the same time, Juan Soto is so talented. He's a lot younger too. Doesn't really have the injury history, I guess, that scares some people away from an Aaron Judge mega contract. Some could say, but I think he's going to want to Juan Soto is going to go to the AL because the Nationals don't want to face him on the regular. So the Orioles are an interesting team. Once again, they have a lot of prospects. Will they break the bank? I don't know. After that Chris Davis contract, they might be a little bit too scared, or ownership will be. The Blue Jays are an option. They are an option, but if they do, it means either Bo Bichette or Vlad Jr. is going to walk because they cannot afford to keep that many players with that high of a payroll. They simply cannot afford to do that, and they signed Gosman to that big contract, and Jose Barrios too, so they have a little bit of wiggle room, but I have been hearing some things on Twitter about how some of the Blue Jays players and prospects kind of suit the Nationals' needs, so the Blue Jays are also a team to keep your eye on for sure. I'd rule out the Red Sox. If we go to the AL Central, I love the Guardians. I love that pick because he would complement Jose Ramirez so well, but I really doubt that will happen. The Astros, they just simply cannot get him. They don't need him. They already have a great outfield. The Mariners are also another team I really like to go get him. Now, I understand they have a lot of outfield depth, and Kyle Lewis, former Rookie of the Year award winner, he's hurt right now. He's going to come back soon. They have Jesse Winker. They obviously have Julio Rodriguez, who I think is untouchable, so don't even think about it. And Mitch Haniger, but they still I think they could totally be willing to flip some of those outfielders to get Juan Soto. You've seen in the past with Mariners, ownership will sign on to a solid contract. Robinson Cano comes to mind. A Felix Hernandez extension, they are willing to pay some money. And Jerry Dipoto, I think he could totally knock on ownership's office and get them to sign up on a contract, because they have a lot of young prospects too. I didn't even touch on, oh my God, the guy that they got for Edwin Diaz. I'm forgetting his name right now. I can see it in my head, but I think they might be willing to flip him too. It really depends, but I like the Mariners. They have the capital to go get him. That's the thing, though. Teams that don't have capital, you're not getting Juan Soto. It's not going to happen. Now, in the package, I expect there to be a mix of prospects and a few MLB-ready players. Nationals are an old team. They need some youth, but they'd also not just want to sell and tank for the next 3 years, I don't think. So, anyways, those are my teams. Recap. Dodgers, they still have a loaded farm system. The Yankees, he could be an Aaron Judge replacement. They're willing to spend the money. They still have a nice farm system. I like the Mariners as a sleeper, and I love the Tigers as a very nice sleeper team too. Let me know if there's any other teams you think could be in the Juan Soto sweepstakes. Also, the Blue Jays I also mentioned. So let me know what you all think. I'd love to hear all and anything, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.